What up, Tiger here? Anyways, today's story time, I want to talk about the first time I went to Taiwan. And when I was in Taiwan, I went to what they call Taipei, or New Taipei, I guess. So I'm guessing there's two. So I went to New Taipei, that's like the capital area there. I went there for two reasons. My buddy Robert lives there. He is a Kung Fu master. We grew up in the same neighborhood over in Washington together. And so he was in Taipei, I was in Japan. I met up with him back in our hometown in America. I saw him downtown. We went to lunch, and he was just like, next time you're in Japan, come to Taipei and visit me. I was like, all right, cool. Plus, a bunch of other exciting things happened. He got married, he had a baby, he just started a business for a translation, then he's teaching Kung Fu. Yeah, so a lot of things are going on there. So I wanted to meet him. Then the next one is, I was reading an article about this little girl who needed blood. My blood has the second rarest blood type in the world, and here in Japan it's like less than like 0.2% people have it, and in Taipei I guess it's even less. So I was like, okay, that's another good reason to go. I have 2 weeks vacation because I was working as an ALT at the moment. Let me go do that. I took a plane to Taipei. I took a plane called Peach Airline. Peach Airline is currently the cheapest, but like I said, in Japan, you get what you pay for. So, like, they don't give you snacks, they don't give you drinks. So if you're dying, you're dehydrated, you need to take your medication, they're not going to give you any drink unless you pay for it. And that's where they kind of make the money off. You know, like, you know how you go to movies, you have to pay for popcorn at the concession stand? It's the same idea, but it's a plane. So I made it to Taipei. And I was kind of wandering around the airport because I don't know Chinese, right? I'm trying to find the bus stop, and I keep running into these taxi drivers, right? And they're all trying to swindle me. I did a lot of research before I came to Taipei, or in Taiwan, that area and stuff. And I know there's some taxi drivers that try to get you. So he's just like, hey, you going to Taipei? New Taipei? I take you to New Taipei. I'm just like, no, I'm good. Where's the bus stop? He's like, I don't know where the bus stop is. I take you to New Taipei. I was like, nah, it's good. I'll just wander around. Finally, I found information. Someone spoke English. Like, oh, the bus stop's just around the corner. Oh, okay, cool. Got on the bus. Man, I was lost for the first 2 hours just trying to find my hotel because I expected a real hotel. On the website, you see like, oh, here's the name of the hotel. Here's the star rating. And here's a few examples of the beds, you know. And you had that for many hotels, you know. So I got there. The main office was just like an office out of this really post-apocalyptic building. Like, the building was shaped like a big donut, right? I swear it was like a hexagon shape, and every door inside the building was like solid metal doors. I'm sitting there thinking, like, why would they need metal doors? They look like refrigerator doors, like the ones you can't shoot through. So I'm like, oh my god, am I in a bad neighborhood? After searching the building, it was like on the 5th floor. I found the office with a lot of pain, and this girl was like, oh, okay. And she was like, you know, she showed me where my room is and stuff like that. She was very nice, very kind. So the building they showed me was like across the street. It was like this makeshift kind of apartment. It wasn't even a hotel. I was like, what is this? On the outside, like, if the rooms in the inside weren't so nice, I'd be like, never mind. Because there was a Japanese hotel literally right next door. It's called Toyoko Inn. So, and I'm familiar with that hotel. I've been in that hotel at least 10 times. Not in that, you know, country, but in Japan. So I'm very familiar. So, but I stuck with the room. I was like, okay, the room inside seems fine. Walls were a very nice color, had a big screen TV mounted on the wall with every Chinese channel you would ever want, and a few American channels. The bathroom was a stand-up bathroom with like a marble floor and marble walls. The toilet was nice, had the railing so for handicap. So everything in the inside looked very nice, looked just like the photos. My favorite color is green, so the room was green. That's why I kind of picked it. The bed was huge. It's a king-size bed and all that stuff. Had a safe on the wall and stuff, just like you would see at a normal hotel. Everything you could imagine of a normal hotel would have, it had. So I settled in, and every single night I would try to study some sort of Chinese. And every single day, you know, in between going to night market, day markets, or touring, you know, Taiwanese malls for electronic goods that were cheaper and stuff like that. I was looking for the new iPhone at the moment, and eating like vendor food from every single block and going to 7-Eleven, I would talk to people and they would teach me more and more Chinese. So, and of course, like any country, you'd find the people that are not very nice, and you had people that were super nice. Luckily for me, I found more nice people than people that were not nice. And what I mean by not nice, they weren't like just flat out mean. They just tried to get rid of me fast as they could. They were just kind of like, I don't understand you. I don't speak English. Basically, go away. I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. It wasn't like, they weren't like outright mean at all. Then I go to someone else who would actually try to speak to me, and they would teach me something. So I learned how to say, you know, where is this? I learned how to say, I don't understand. I learned how to say, will you repeat yourself? I learned numbers. I learned about the money. And that took about a week. Anyways, back to my objectives. So I called Robert, and we agreed to meet at this really, really big, famous bookstore. But basically I miscalculated. There's 2 bookstores. Didn't know that in the same city, so he probably went to the other bookstore while I'm sitting at this bookstore. So, and again, I didn't have I couldn't call him like, hey buddy, where you at? So I finally went back to Starbucks and I did call him. He's like, I was at the bookstore. I was like, I was at the bookstore. He's like, you know there's 2, right? And I was like, I didn't know there was 2. So we never got to meet up ever. So I still owe him lunch. That's why I'm gonna go back. And plus, it was the food's just so good and it was so cheap. Why not? You know. Anyway, so first objective, meeting Robert, didn't happen. So I was probably more upset than he was because he was busy. He had like maybe one day that week to even see me in the first place. So he was like, hey, next time, brother. It's okay, cool. I'm like, okay. For me, I was like, I traveled so far, you know. But yeah, so there's always next time, right? Is my next objective, giving blood. Okay, so that took research. I had to go back to my hotel room, which I did have Wi-Fi there. I researched all night to figure out the location of the blood bank truck and the hospital in that city. So the next day I kind of toured around for a bit because I knew I found the location in the truck where it's going to be and where it's going to open. But I had 2 hours to kind of look around, and I found this really, really strange Barbie cafe. Like, imagine, you know, like the Barbie house, it's all pink. The Barbie car is pink. The cafe was pure pink, everything pink or silver or gold or shiny, moon, stars. It was super girly. I went in there just to take pictures. I think I ordered a drink, and I was like, and then I left. But it was a very fascinating experience just to see that. I'd never seen anything like that. Even here in Japan, they have maybe like the maid cafe where girls dress up in like cosplay. How you doing today? You know, in the back of their mind, they're like, why am I working here? But that's like all they got here. It was finally time for me to give blood. I was feeling pretty good about this. I was hoping that they would give my blood, analyze it, and of course it would go to that little girl. That was my hope. I got there. They're like, okay, what country are you from? America. They're like, wait, America? I was like, yeah, America. I'm from America. I was born in America. You know America, right? They're like, yeah, but a Western flu virus. I'm like, what is that? I mean, I'm from America. Even I didn't hear about that, so I didn't know what they were talking about. I kind of felt like they were making crap up just because they don't want me to donate blood because they're so fearful that I might have diseases or something. I don't really know. I was like, look, I live in Japan, okay? I haven't been to America in like 3 years. I don't even know what's going on in America. They're like, you haven't been to America? I was like, no. You live in Japan? Yes. And like, after 5 minutes of finally convincing them, they took my blood. So the blood giving was accomplished. So one goal accomplished. I was very excited, so I wanted to go out at night because they had these night markets and they use like these black lights and stuff. And the fruit was amazing. Even though half the time I didn't know what I was eating, I was like, what is this? And they would say some word, and I'm like, okay, let me try it. I try it, and like, this is good. Let me buy some of this. And they're slightly pushy. Any girl that goes to a nail salon will understand what I'm talking about, where you're like, look, I just want this much. They're like, no. How about this? You're like, okay, a little more okay. No, more. You big guy, so you can have more. I was like, fine, it's fine. So even though like the lady was like pushy a little bit, I was like, okay, whatever. The fruit was good, like I said. She only charged me for half. I don't know why. She's like, I charge you for half, and I give you more. You're a big guy. You big, nice guy. Nice smile. I was like, okay, cool. So a lot of people were very kind, especially like I told you in the tourism area. One lady I talked to, she spoke English very fluently. She gave me information for touring because she's a tour guide and stuff like that. She's like, next time you come back, find me. I will show you everything. Okay, I'm a tour guide, and I will charge you half. I speak English. My husband speaks English. We're both tour guides. We know this area. We'll show you a good time, fun stuff, not just walk around being bored or whatever you did. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, actually, I wasn't that bored. I did have some question, like, would people, like girls from there, would they date, first of all, a black guy? I saw a dude straight from Africa, right off a date, making out with a Taiwanese girl. They were making out. I was like, okay, that question was answered. And I was like, would they date just foreigners in general? And I went to like a restaurant, and I saw foreigners and girls, and so they'll date them, whatever. But the number one fascinating thing beyond the lady at the laundromat, because I had my clothes washed at the laundromat, and there was a lady there, and she was just like, she ran it, but she's inside like smoking cigarettes and stuff. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll wash my clothes, and after they're done washing, they'll smell like smoke. So it was crazy. But the craziest one thing I saw, okay, and this is traveling, okay, of course you have your cars, you had your bikes, but they had this long scooter in the highway. I'm sitting there walking, I don't know where I was walking. I think I was walking to a huge mall, and I saw this family on this scooter, whole family. So you had this long scooter, elongated scooter, dad's in front driving, helmet on, mom's in the very back, and in between them there was enough room for like probably one more big person. But instead of one big person, they had the boy. He looked like he was about 8 years old, grabbing dad's waist, and he had a little girl who looked like she was about 3 years old, grabbing the boy's waist, and mom, her arms were all the way wrapped up to her husband, right? So she kind of locked the kids in place, and they were riding on this scooter on this very, very, very fast highway. And for me, it was like the most amazing thing, but at the same time, it like flashed by so fast, I didn't even have time to take a picture of it. But it was fairly common. It wasn't the first one I saw. So for me, that's a scary. Can you imagine you're on the highway going 60 with your wife in back and two kids in between you? What if you fell? One kid falls off, you're dead. Just the fall itself would kill you. And if you're going even slower and sort of fell off, you might get hit by another car. So their idea of safety over there is a little different than my personal idea or American idea or Japanese idea, because I've never seen that here. I've seen like Japanese guys like on like like kind of Harleys, and maybe like their wife or girlfriends in the back holding on. That's a typical scene from America or even American movie. So, and they both have helmets, riding safely. It's not that big a deal. But here, when you see a whole family on one scooter, that's just like, that's amazing. Anyways, made it back here. Yeah, it was a good trip, and I do plan on going hopefully this year or next year. When I do, I will film it. If not, I will go to Hawaii, America, or like I said, Okinawa. I want to go to the Philippines. These are just the Asian countries. There's so many more countries I want to go to. South Africa. I want to go to Norway because my buddy lives in Norway. Another one of my buddies lives in Sweden. I go on forever. Anyways, that's the end of my story. I kind of rambled on a little. Thank you for watching. I will see you next story.